Explicit memory, also known as declarative memory, refers to the type of long-term memory that involves the conscious recall of information. This memory is responsible for storing facts, events, and knowledge that we can intentionally bring to mind and articulate. Explicit memory is divided into two main subtypes: semantic memory, which pertains to general knowledge and facts about the world, and episodic memory, which involves personal experiences and specific events. For example, remembering the date of a historical event or recalling the details of a family vacation are both instances of explicit memory. This type of memory relies on areas of the brain such as the hippocampus and prefrontal cortex to encode, store, and retrieve information. Unlike implicit memory, explicit memory requires active effort to recall and is closely tied to our awareness and verbal abilities. Now let's look at some examples of explicit memory in more detail. One example of explicit memory is studying for a test. When a student memorizes the capitals of countries, learns scientific definitions, or recalls the sequence of events in a historical timeline, they are using their explicit memory. This falls under semantic memory because it deals with general knowledge that isn't tied to personal experiences. Another example is remembering the details of a specific event, such as a family trip to the beach. In this case, episodic memory allows the person to recall not just the event, but also sensory details like the sound of the waves, the taste of an ice cream cone, or the laughter of family members. This vivid recollection demonstrates how explicit memory can capture both facts and emotions tied to personal experiences. Explicit memory is also evident in daily activities like following directions. For instance, if someone gives you step-by-step instructions to reach a destination, you rely on explicit memory to remember and execute those directions. Similarly, when recalling a recipe to bake a cake, the specific steps and ingredients stored in your memory are examples of explicit recall. Additionally, explicit memory plays a role in recalling important dates and anniversaries. Remembering your best friend's birthday or the date of an upcoming concert involves intentionally retrieving specific pieces of information. This is an essential function of explicit memory in helping us plan and manage our lives. However, explicit memory is not the only type of memory we use. Implicit memory operates differently, as it involves unconscious processes that influence our behaviours without requiring conscious effort. For example, while explicit memory allows you to recall the steps for tying a shoe, implicit memory is responsible for the automatic ability to perform the task without thinking about it. Implicit memory governs skills and habits, such as riding a bike or typing on a keyboard, while explicit memory focuses on facts and events. Another key difference is that implicit memory is more resilient to damage or aging, whereas explicit memory can be more vulnerable to disruptions. Together, explicit and implicit memory systems work to create a comprehensive framework for learning and adaptation, each specializing in unique but complementary functions.